Good evening, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, and your astrological and medium friend in the neighborhood, wherever you may be beaming in to or from. And I'm just feeling a very reflective mood tonight. As you can see, my Christmas tree is still up, and I was talking to a number of people in my neighborhood, and they were saying the same thing. Christmas has come and gone now, but it's still kind of a fun thing to enjoy the ambiance of the lights, because for many of us, we didn't have a traditional Christmas. So maybe that's a question of the week. Is your tree still up? Do you still have lights outside? Hi, Amar. Hi, Angie, dear. Hi, Rose. Hello, dear friends. And it just feels like a very reflective time of the year. In any case, and the aspects that are coming up this weekend are very reflective. I'm very excited about sharing them with you. Good evening, friends. Rose, thank you for sharing. I always remind you. Hi, John. Hello, Donna and Sherry, Rose and Janet. Hello, dear friends. Hi, good evening. So one question: are you trying to perhaps extend the Christmas or holiday or Hanukkah season this year? Because for many of us, we didn't really have a traditional celebration. I know I am. Very reflective, and the astrology reflects the reflection. All right, so on the Buffalo Bills front, it seems that there's a little bit of a miracle going on. The beloved player Damar Hamlin is recovering. I'm no doctor, but all the doctors are saying it's pretty incredible and pretty dramatic in his recovery. I think most people around the world know who Damar is. For those of you across the pond, he is a 24-year-old Buffalo Bills football player who had a cardiac arrest on January 2nd. Very rare, unusual circumstance. And doctors have been working on him, but for example, I believe it was the Post, the New York Post, who had a billboard of him saying, "This is America's son," because people across the country, and I presume across the world, were praying for his recovery. And he's making an amazing recovery. And yes, of course, I took the liberty of doing his chart, and I'll be talking about his chart next week. I'm doing a Buffalo Bills players class on Tuesday. Why not, right? So you all can get to know your favorite Buffalo Bills players. But here's a little sneak preview. Damar Hamlin, he plays number 3 for the Buffalo Bills. And what a coincidence. He's a 3-degree Aries sun sign. For those of you who know astrology, you know that we've got 360 degrees that we can be. He's a 3. It's pretty neat, huh? 3-degree Aries. Of course, Aries is the sign of the warrior, but his heart or his emotions is the beautiful side of Aquarius, which is all about everybody, about humanity. Where you find Aquarius, oh my goodness, I know we have some Aquarius people in the room. You have a really fabulous person, but we'll be talking about his chart on Tuesday. Also talking a little bit about his chart. I'm doing one last chance year ahead class, and all the details are on my website if you want to sneak in and get the personalized version, because I will be doing a video on the year ahead, which you can purchase. But when I have my classes, I keep them to a minimum so I can do one-on-one with all of you with your charts. So, and then I have a feeling we can talk about tomorrow too on Sunday night at the Lilydale Astrology Cafe. So please join me, and Reverend Dr. Patricia Bell will be talking about that. So, dear friends, are you reflective? Are you extending the holiday seasons? Are you keeping your lights up? This is a reflective mode now until the new moon, which is next weekend, not this weekend, the following weekend. We're full into the Capricorn cycle. We had our full moon last week. And you know that full moon, as a reminder, was in the sign of family. So family is really on everyone's minds. Maybe your personal family or your family of the heart, the people that you connect with, that you resonate with. And I certainly would say this about the Buffalo Bills. The players exhibit family tendencies, loving and caring for each other, as do the fans, called the Buffalo Mafia. And what about that royal family, huh? That's another international spotlight this past week under the light of the full moon, with Prince Harry bringing his spare book out and doing all of his media. There's a lot of very strong opinions about this, right? Does he have the right as an individual to express his dissatisfaction with his background and his struggles at the expense of his family? I mean, how would you like it if, has anyone ever kind of had a tiff with their sibling? I certainly have. I don't know. I can't see if my siblings are in the room, but I certainly wouldn't want to be having my dirty laundry aired out. And it goes on and on. I mean, so I'm on the fence about that. I mean, I really am, because I've watched the documentary. He seems very sincere. He's a sweet Virgo. He's coming from a lot of pain and trying to heal himself. But this family, here's the difference, friends. One of the most wealthiest families on the planet, and they don't ever refer themselves as a family. They're the firm. I love that word firm, right? Does anyone work for a firm? What does the word firm mean? Firm is a very Saturnian, Capricornian energy. It means rules, regulations. You got to do this. You got to do that. You have to cross your legs a certain way. You have to wear certain clothes. If you work for a firm, whether it be accounting or law or something, there's often those rules and regulations that you buy into. As such it is with the royal family. So the reason I'm bringing these two stories out for you, it's all being accentuated by the light of the full moon phase. And then bingo, this weekend we shift and we go into Libra. And I'm going to talk about that sign right now. It's all about the Libra in your charts, friends. And Libra is about balance. Cancer is about emotion and defensiveness in its shadow. She said that, he said that. What's Cancer? Cancer's the crab. Cancer's soft inside with claws on the outside. And we make jokes about, are you a tiger mom or something? Because the image of Cancer is the mother, and a mother will do anything for her cubs. Cancer the crab. This energy has been very moody and very activated in the past week. So has anyone out there been a little emotional? Has anyone been a little crabby? Has anyone been a little defensive? That's the full moon energy. And then when we get into this upcoming week, let's bring the slides in. And it's on 9/14, the shift happens. Then the sun and the moon are in what we call a quarter phase. And we take a deep breath and we start to find balance in our lives. This is what I want to talk about for the next week. Then things shift at the new moon. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. Just big hello. Yes, exactly, David. Libra balances the emotions. Libra is an air sign. Libra is about logic. And everybody has an opinion. Yes, he said, she said, but let's try to come into the middle. Let's negotiate our wild emotions. So we take a big deep breath, we exhale, we go to 9:14, 9:10 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And then we try to do our Libra dance until the following weekend, when we have the new moon in the sign of Aquarius and we get out all this Cancer Capricorn stuff. Every month, friends, we have, I guess, a task at hand. So the task from December 23rd until January 21st, 22nd is to balance home, family, rules, the firm, and emotions. And this is our opportunity to balance. So we want to look for, friends, where 24 degrees of Libra is in your chart. Here's the lunation. And Libra, if you don't know, there's lots of tools out there online. Go to the Cosmic Intelligence Agency website. I put them on as we started. Go to my first page of my website. You can get a free chart. I have some seasoned astrologers here, or some people just know that their moon, say, is in the sign of Libra. But Libra is the focus for us coming into this week. It occurs again 9:10 p.m. Now, we look at all the aspects. The number one feeling with this quarter cycle is the intensity of letting something go in our lives. Why? Because the sun is conjunct Pluto. What is Pluto? Pluto is the god of the underworld. Pluto often suggests death and transformation, death and resurrection. It's coming by the 14th, and it's helping us let go of some thing, some person, some attitude, some activity that we need to surrender to. So this quarter cycle is asking us to let go. Neptune is in conjunct Sun. So this cycle might imply that we have this feeling that, yeah, ever do this? I'm living in a surreal life. This doesn't really seem real. Gosh, what I'm living through doesn't seem grounded. It's out of my routine. It doesn't seem like everything that I'm used to. So be aware, you might have some of those feelings of surrealism as we unfold this upcoming week. Ceres is opposite Juno. There's little Juno, there's little Ceres. They're two female goddesses. They're talking to each other. Ceres says, you got to eat better. Ceres is the goddess of the grain. And Juno is saying, oh, I'll eat better if you cook with me or you go out to dinner with me. So Juno wants cooperation. Ceres wants nurturance. We all want comfort through food with our partners, our friends, our family. So make a special celebration. I know a lot of people have been postponing celebrations because of the weather in various parts of the world. Ceres is opposite Juno. Taking care of partners, often by having a nice meal. We have an inconjunct cycle here. Inconjunct means irreconcilable differences, and it's creating a beautiful, perfect yod, Y-O-D. A yod is what we call the finger of God. It's directing us into a new direction. Like we just have to sit down and trust. We're on the roller coaster, and it's going fast, and we're not quite sure how to be in control because we're not in control. And the operative word is Mars. Oh, reminder, friends, Mars goes direct tomorrow. Woohoo! Mars, the planet of anger, the planet of action, the planet of intensity, is been retrograde for so long, since October 30th. As it moves forward tomorrow afternoon, we feel clarity. We think clarity. That's another thing we talked about last week, but you may all have been having some experience of being a little cluttered in the old cognition department. And I don't mean forgetting things. I mean trying to make a decision, but on the fence about it, fence sitting. Well, tomorrow, this energy comes unplugged. Mars has been plugged up symbolically since the end of October. So that's tomorrow's energy, right? The 12th, later in the afternoon. We'll really feel it on the 13th, but by the 14th, Mars is pivotal in what we call a yod. So Mars is going to be in conjunct Mercury, which is still retrograde. And so what does that mean? I think that means we need to communicate something to someone. However, we have a sense of disconnect. So don't get too frustrated in your communications. But there might be this sense of frenetic or frantic energy. I have to talk to someone about X, Y, or Z. But with that inconjunct, we might be feeling that internal pressure that we have to let it go and surrender. We might not be able to say what we want to say. So that Mars, is this in conjunction here? Mars is in conjunct Mercury, and Mars is in conjunct the South Node, the passing South Node in Scorpio. The passing South Node in Scorpio implies, dear friends, another layer of letting go, another layer of letting go. This job is past, this relationship is past. I got to recycle these clothes. I got to let go of these clothes. They don't fit me anymore. I got to let go. So there's a lot of letting go. It gets better. On the 14th, here's the Sabian symbol. Get a load of the Sabian symbol, friends. Circle that. And see how that resonates in your own life. We're all pilgrims, We're We're all pilgrims. We're all on a path. We're all on a journey. We're not quite sure where we're going, but we're sure about one thing. We're sure that we're all going to the same place because there's a mystery of life and death. This Sabian symbol is about the mystery of life and death. And so many of us, because of the Plutonian energies also that are going on, we may be dealing with letting go of a loved one, or we may be recollecting a loss of someone. We may be dreaming of someone who's passed. Not so long ago, I had a dream of, I'll share it with you, a beautiful woman that I had known, let's see, how old am I? 50 years ago. She was my first boyfriend's mom. I dreamt of her. I haven't thought of her cognitively for a long time. So we might have one of these amazing mystery of life and death experiences, psychically, spiritually, in the next week. The pilgrim has a sudden revelation of the mystery of life and death, and the image of the sight of the autumn leaf. What happens in autumn, at least in the northern hemisphere, the trees hibernate and the leaves fall, and it's as if nature is dying to be reborn in the spring. So there's a lot of kind of heaviness about this cycle, but there's also a sense of internal reflection. Like I said, as I sat down with you tonight, I'm feeling very reflective. Okay. I'm going to comment to people in the room, and then we're going to talk about how this affects everybody. All right. And Shanette, your eye surgery is on the 19th, and that's a very good day because Mercury goes direct on the 18th, Shanette. All right. So ideally, we certainly don't, if we can help it, have surgery when Mars is retrograde. And of course, we do sometimes. Divine composting, Sandy, may I quote you on that? That's a fabulous expression. Wild Dreams with Annie. Angie, I'm sorry, Angie DeMorgan, I'm sorry you lost your job. However, you know what they say, right? One door closes, another one opens, and I wish you all the best with that. Yeah, Mars, right? Jupiter too. Yes. Jupiter is floating around in Aries, and it's yep. Uh-huh. Okay. Was 13 degrees Libra. Okay. That's what you know what, Teresa? I will defer to you. That's what my Sirius software told me. I mean, perhaps it's mistaken, but we certainly know it's in Libra. Hi, Diane. Hi, Cindy, Nancy, Mary Grace. Big hugs. Hi, Janet from Aries Z. Oh, you've been irritable. You're a Capricorn. Dawn Elizabeth, you have a right to be irritable. Oh, yeah, says Rebecca. Okay, balance sounds good to you. I agree. All right, let's just do a little bit of a Reader's Digest form of the astrology. All right, so what are we going to be revelating with this quarter cycle? Aries is going to be revelating about relationships. All right, so they're going to be looking at their relationships. They're going to be looking at their partners and saying, I have some new ideas that I want to bring to the table as I'm connecting with my significant others. If you're not in a significant relationship, Aries, you may be musing or reflecting on what that might look like for you. For our Taurus friends, this quarter cycle is going to be activating anything having to do with your internal personal power. And when I say power, I don't mean just financial power. I also mean the idea of spiritual, psychic, and emotional power as well. For Gemini, this particular week ahead, starting on the 14th, is asking you to do anything about expanding your knowledge base, either through learning, through teaching, perhaps even making a plan to do a trip of some sort. Cancer is about taking leadership in the outer world and expanding your career on some level. For our Leos or Leo risings, this is about who's your team, who are your friends, how are you connecting with other people, and it's a beautiful time for some revelation about how you are fitting into the mix in the world of social networking. For Virgo or Virgo rising, this particular expression of Libra this upcoming week might ask you to hibernate a little bit, right? To kind of go in and to pray and to do a little bit more meditation, but retreat and not fret, right? Not worry too much. For Libra, all eyes are on the Libra. All eyes and expression of energy is on the Libra energy. It's your week, Libra, and it kind of rise to the task. And the revelation of life and death is for the Libra sun signs, rising signs. For Scorpio, your self-worth and your value is being activated this week. Also, your income. You may be finding a way to expand that area in your life. For Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, it's activating your environment and your timetable. How are you able to make a better use of your time? How are you able to organize your everyday activities? For Capricorn, and I know I'm progressed Capricorn, or they're all allowed to be a little grumpy at times. It's about your home and family, to balance home and family, balance the relationships, and maybe balance the beauty around you within your home. For our Aquarius friends, this particular lunation with this particular week of Libra, it's balancing fun and creativity and maybe inviting more romance or frivolous activity into your life. Take a risk. And then our Pisces friends, this balance is about your work and your self-care, taking care of yourself, becoming healthier, being more disciplined with that self-care as well. You beautiful people, so many of you have been very loyal in sharing the webinars in process. So I do the sharing thing. I always pull the name of those who share, and then you win a little prize. And it's going to be the Lunar Lights Club for the month. And the winner is Rachel Lee. I don't know if you're in the room, Rachel, but I picked your name, and here it is. Yay, Rachel. All right. Now, if you're new to this, we do some spiritual messages. I do these randomly, and I just would ask for you to be in the room. I say a prayer. I select two people, closing my eyes, using my thumb or my finger to find a name. So, dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light and truth, inspiration and healing for the highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Kathleen Shea. Oh, I came to you, my thumb came to you, not just because you gave me a nice little compliment. Kathleen Shea. Would you like a message, Kathleen? Kathleen. Just say yes, Kathleen, to make sure you're in the room. All I need is your name so I know you're there. Marcianne, thank you. Okay, my dear Kathleen. Yeah, it's nice to know from you if you want to have a message. So if I come to you, it's helpful. So, Kathleen, the first thing I'm connecting with is the sound of rat-a-tat-tat. It's almost like a drum roll. Yeah, it's a drum roll. I can't mimic it, but I'm getting a drum roll with you. And now, everyone, here is the new Kathleen. I have no idea what that means, but I'm presuming you're not going to be on stage performing, but maybe you do. Maybe you are. I have no idea. But there's like a coming out for you in 2023 within your own sense of confidence and competence. And you've been working hard. You know the expression overnight successes? People have been working on something for over, 30 years, and all of a sudden they make a big splash. I want to give you that message, Kathleen, because I don't know where Aries, I don't know your chart, but look where Aries falls in your chart. And I feel by the eclipse of April 20th, there's something you've been working on for a while. This could be a job, but I think it's more of an avocation than a job, like a new job. It feels like you're coming out with some new competence. Like I've just taken this class or this course and I want to, apply my new skill sets with people with a new sense of confidence. So yes, this is going to be a very good year for you, Kathleen, in terms of you feeling more comfortable and confident with something you've been learning. Number one. Number two, let's just see if that makes any sense to you. Okay. Okay. I'm also seeing knitting needles and or like a loom, but I'm going to go with the knitting needles. I'm going back and forth with the loom, and I'm going back a couple of generations for you, Kathleen. So this might be a grandmother, could be a grandmother-in-law, maybe a great-grandmother, but someone who was always working with threads and was doing this. I guess that's using darning. I have no idea, but she's coming in and saying, your patience will be rewarded, and the craft and skill that you've been putting into your life will be recognized by all. She says, I was living in a time, your grandmother is saying this, I think it's the grandmother who worked with her hands and worked with cloth and or knitting. Just be patient. You'll be rewarded with recognition. So I'm going to leave that with you, Kathleen. Okay. It does. It makes sense. Good. Always like that. Oh, Beth Way, you're never too late. You can pop in and out. You can do anything you want. You can eat, do laundry, play with the dog, listen to music. I can't hear you guys, so you can do anything you want. I'm going to do another read. Okay. Joanne, Jojo, I'm with you, darling. I'm with you, Jojo. Joanne, I'm with you, my dear. As I touch you in with you, I get this big burst of energy from your father. It's like, and he's like stomping his foot and he's saying, don't worry, I'm okay. It's almost like a grumpy expression. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm getting an image with your father. All I know about him is that I believe he's the spirit, because he's coming in strong, but he's saying that he did not expect this amazing welcome. He didn't know what to expect. And he's saying something about the lights in your house, that the electricity, I don't know if it's been, you have some electrical problems or something like that, but he wishes he could help you. But then again, sometimes spirit communicates with light issues. But he's laughing. He's saying he wasn't very good at helping you consistently when he was here embodied, but he wants to say something about get some new fixtures or lighting, or check the fuse box or something. I don't know. He's being very paternal that way for you. Joanne, I'm also wanting to say that you've gone through kind of an interior journey, I want to say, for the past year. Almost like, I know you, I care about you, I love you. I haven't seen you for a long time. I haven't seen many people for a long time. That's just the nature of our eras of the past few years. But I want to say this about you and the way you're processing since COVID. I call it the year of COVID, since 2020. Your psychic intuition is stronger, and believe when you get a glimpse or feeling of dad or anyone else, this is very real. And I'm seeing you this springtime, like late spring, early summer, getting out and about more, but starting in terms of taking some sort of retreat that's outdoors and getting outside more, like filling up your lungs and walking more, because I feel like there's been some mobility here in the hips, and things are a lot, or the knees, but there's a lot less of that problem as we get into May, June of this year. So you're going to be more in alignment, more balanced with your body, and feeling more grateful to be outdoors and doing, I guess it's walking, but in new areas, not necessarily in Western New York, going someplace. I get the word retreat for you. Okay, I hope that makes some sense for you, Jojo, as I connect with you tonight. Nature does heal. Absolutely. Kathy Gardner, great to see you. I'd love to give you all messages, but we're at the end of our time together tonight, friends. I want to remind you, please do some reflection, find balance this upcoming week. Don't be too frustrated if communications go awry. Awry is the word I'm looking for. Connect with me on my favorite ex's radio program. I think even you guys out in Australia could connect. Oh, that'd be a hoot. Listen, whatever you're doing on 2 o'clock on Monday, call in WBEN radio. Seriously, people from around town get a big kick out of that. He really is my ex-husband, and he's my present friend. Jojo knows him, right? So thank you all. Have a fantastic week. I will definitely see you next week. I'll be talking about the new moon, and fingers crossed I'll be seeing you the following week. But God bless you. New Year's is going to feel like it's really a new year once Mercury goes direct on the 18th. This has been kind of a delay new year because of Mars retrograde and Mercury's retrograde. So we'll really feel like in fire and more focused on making it our new year, really new. So many blessings, much love. See you next week. Thank you. Thank you.